Very good evening and welcome to the news at 6. I'm Tracy Shilshi and here are the headlines. Nation remembers Mahatma Gandhi on his 148th birth anniversary. President Nath, Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi lead the country in paying tributes and recalling his legacy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses an event to mark the 3rd anniversary of the government's Swachh Bharat mission, reminding the nation that it has come a long way in 3 years. The Prime Minister says a lot remains to be done to achieve the target of Clean India. Defying the Spanish government's crackdown, Catalonia's leader Carles Puigdemont says the region has won the right to break away from Spain, claims that 90% of the voters have backed independence in a referendum marred by clashes. And in one of the deadliest mass shootings in US history, a gunman opens indiscriminate fire on fans at a country music concert in Las Vegas on Sunday night. Over 50 people are killed and more than 100 injured. Our top story: President Nath Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday paid tributes to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat on his birth anniversary. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Congress Chief Sonia Gandhi, along with other leaders too, paid floral tributes to him at his memorial.
The nation on Monday remembered Mahatma Gandhi on his 148th birth anniversary. President Nath Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi paying floral tributes to him at his memorial in New Delhi. Several other leaders, including former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and BJP veteran leader L.K. Advani, were present at Rajghat. Social activist Anna Hazare also paid respects to Gandhi. Earlier, in a series of tweets, the Prime Minister shared a video paying tributes to Mahatma Gandhi. He also highlighted audio clippings from his past speeches, which recalled Gandhi's legacy.
ऐसा उनका व्यक्तित्व दुनिया के लिए एक अजूबा है। महात्मा गांधी ने जो विचार दिए अपने जीवन की कसौटी पर कस करके दिए।
Prime Minister Modi, Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan, union ministers and parliamentarians also offered floral tributes at the portraits of Mahatma Gandhi in the Central Hall of Parliament House. Meanwhile, celebrations to mark the day were also organized at various states across country. BJP Chief Amit Shah, who is in Gujarat, along with the Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, paid tributes to Father of Nation at Kirti Mandir in Porbandar. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and State Governor Ram Nayak spun charkha at Sri Gandhi Ashram Khadi Gram Udyog Bhavan in Lucknow on Gandhi Jayanti. The Congress party in Tamil Nadu paid floral tributes at the portrait of Mahatma at the Gandhi statue in Chennai. With Nav Vikram Singh, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu on Monday also unveiled a bronze statue of Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat on the occasion of the 148th birth anniversary of the father of the nation. Naidu also inaugurated an interpretation center in the parking area of the complex.
Vice President Venkaiah Naidu on Monday unveiled the 1.8-meter-tall bronze statue of Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat in the national capital. Over 10,000 people visit Rajghat daily, and several foreign dignitaries pay homage to the father of the nation at the simple black stone platform marking the place where he was cremated. Built at a cost of Rs 8.73 lakh, the statue, sculpted by renowned artist Ram Sutar, is installed in the parking area of the Rajghat Samadhi complex.
केंद्र सरकार में आके यहाँ राजघाट समाधि में आते रहा, तब से मेरा मन में एक भावना था इसको और सुंदर बनाना, और उपयोगी बनाना, और दुनिया भर से, देश भर से जो लोग आते वहाँ आके ये पूरा यहाँ का व्यवस्था देखे और थोड़ा समय बिताए और गांधी जी के बारे में उनका जो प्रवचन, उनका जो सोच, उनका विचारधारा, इन विषयों के बारे में जानकारी दे, ये मेरा मन में था। अभी शहरी विकास मंत्रालय ने इन 3 साल में काफ़ी प्रगति किया इन विषयों में। यहाँ एक लाइब्रेरी कस्तूरबा का नाम पे और सब जो आने वाले उनके लिए एक अच्छा शौचालय का व्यवस्था वहाँ और यहाँ, वहाँ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ब्लॉक में, और एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ब्लॉक के सामने महात्मा गांधी जी का एक स्टैंडिंग फ़ोटो रहे तो अच्छा होगा, ऐसा लोगों का सुझाव था, इच्छा भी था, तो वो भी पूरा हो गया। आज उसका अनावरण हो गया।
The Vice President also inaugurated an interpretation center at Rajghat. The facility would enable interactive learning about the life and works of Mahatma Gandhi through digital display using LED screens. The Samadhi complex also got a new administrative block built at a cost of about 75 lakh rupees. It is equipped with a visitors room, publication unit, staff room and drinking water facility. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, today is the 3rd anniversary of the Swachh Bharat mission. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed an event to mark the day where he said that the movement has been accepted by people, but the goal to a clean India is still far ahead. Calling on countrymen to make it people's movement, the Prime Minister said that the dream of a clean India can be achieved only through positive thought process and a mindset.
अगर 1000 महात्मा गांधी आ जाएं, 1 लाख नरेंद्र मोदी आ जाएं, सभी मुख्यमंत्री मिल जाए, सभी सरकारें मिल जाए, तो भी स्वच्छता का सपना कभी पूरा नहीं हो सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है। लेकिन अगर 125 करोड़ देशवासी आ जाएं, तो देखते ही देखते सपना पूरा हो जाएगा।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressing an event at the Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi to mark the 3rd anniversary of his government's Swachh Bharat mission. Reminding the nation that it has come a long way in 3 years, the Prime Minister said that a lot remains to be done before the target of a clean India is achieved. Mentioning how his government had to overcome difficulties to make the Swachh Bharat mission a success, Modi said it has to be a collective work.
मुझे लगता है श्रेष्ठ भारत बनाने के लिए ये छोटा सा काम हर हिंदुस्तानी कर सकता है। चलिए रोज 5 मिनट, 10 मिनट, 15 मिनट, आधा घंटा कुछ न कुछ मैं करूंगा, आप देखिए देश में बदलाव स्वाभाविक आएगा। और ये बात साफ है जी, दुनिया के सामने हमने भारत को दुनिया जिन नजरों से देखने की आदत रखती है वैसा प्रस्तुत करना ही होगा और करके रहेंगे।
The Prime Minister also appreciated the role of the media and the civil society in spreading awareness about the Clean India mission.
इस पूरे आंदोलन को इस देश के मीडिया ने अपने कंधों पर न उठाया होता। 3 साल हो गए, देश का प्रिंट मीडिया, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया पूरी तरह स्वच्छता के साथ अपने आप को जोड़ दिया है। 2 कदम कभी-कभी हमसे आगे चल रहे हैं।
On the occasion, the Prime Minister also gave away the Swachh Bharat Awards to those who actively took part in the Swachhata Hi Seva movement that was initiated a fortnight ago. With Panchanan Mishra, Bureau Reports, Rajya Sabha TV.
President Nath also observed Gandhi Jayanti by paying a visit to Gujarat. President Kovind visited Kirti Mandir in Port Bandar, the birth palace of Mahatma Gandhi, and paid his tribute. He then addressed a function organized to declare open defecation-free or ODF status for rural Gujarat. The president said that by achieving the goal of rural ODF status, Gujarat has paid true homage to Gandhiji. He congratulated the Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani and his team for the achievement. Now, Mahatma Gandhi takes the credit of being the pioneer, designer and brand ambassador of the Indian brand Khadi. He emphasized on village industries for just distribution of resources. What was once instigated by him is now being developed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a product that is fast gaining global popularity. Here's a look at the special report.
Over the years, Khadi has undergone a metamorphosis from that of a patriot's fabric and apparel to becoming a fashion fabric. Mahatma Gandhi urged Indians to throw out their British colonial rulers with two weapons, non-violence and hand-spun cloth. Overnight, Khadi became the symbol of defiance as thousands threw away their Manchester textiles. Today, the transformation Khadi has undergone is phenomenal and the spinning activity has gained prominence across India.
अब खादी को जितने आप बड़े-बड़े ब्रांडेड देख रहे हैं, डब्ल्यू ब्रांड और लिया सब खादी से जुड़ गए हैं। तो अब एक तरह से रेमंड, अरविंद मिल, ये सब खादी से जुट गए हैं। आज खादी मोदी जी के कारण अब युवाओं का वस्त्र बनते जा रहा है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken the lead in making Khadi popular again, becoming a brand ambassador for it and making it a fashion statement with his style of kurtas. The PM's championing of the cause of Khadi countered the trend of even the political class giving up on Khadi. Re-energizing the Swadeshi movement, Prime Minister Narendra Modi asked people to buy at least one Khadi cloth for use in their day-to-day life.
खादी एक वस्त्र नहीं, एक विचार है। और मैंने देखा कि इन दिनों खादी के प्रति काफी रुचि बढ़ी है।
Minister has made quite a difference in promoting Khadi because before 2014 we didn't know about, actually I didn't know about Khadi and all, but all along he has promoted this Khadi product, and students also in colleges are moving towards Khadi, Indian products basically from foreign products.
Khadi and village industries products are steadily capturing the FMCG segment. The government and state boards are doing their bit to revamp and promote the sector with numerous schemes. With 11,000 new employees, over 1,600 new charkhas and close to 130 new looms, the Khadi and Village Industries Commission is taking steps to add to India's 125.22 million meters of annual Khadi production in the country. It is investing about 5.5 crore rupees to distribute charkhas and looms under the Sahyog program to increase Khadi production by 7 to 9% by the end of this financial year.
Khadi is internationally famous and we have tried the products, so we are coming back for it. Especially the diabetics and the massage oils, the hair oils, we like the products.
The rediscovery of the charkha has introduced a new economic thinking for Indians. Brand Khadi has arrived and is here to stay. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And a prayer meeting was held at Gandhi Smriti in the national capital earlier today. Among the dignitaries present there were Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We're leaving you with a glimpse of the meeting. Be back with more news in a bit.
From quarries to metal pieces, Indian currency has seen many changes. The earliest punch-marked coins came from Gandhar. The East India Company at the turn of the 19th century also minted its own coins. The Indo-Greek coins come from a colony left behind by Alexander. They depict the golden rule of the Guptas, with embossed human portraits and matrimonial alliances like Chandragupta Maurya's wedding with Seleucus I Nicator's daughter.
Welcome back. In more news, October 2nd is also the birth anniversary of Lal Bahadur Shastri, the second Prime Minister of the country. On the occasion, President Nath, Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other dignitaries visited Vijay Ghat, the Samadhi of Lal Bahadur Shastri, to offer tributes. Shastri led the country during the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. He gave the nation the eternal slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.
आज हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा देश आगे बढ़े, अपना के साथ देश को आगे
Well, in other news, unprovoked firing by Pakistan claimed the life of a miner in Khadi sector of Jammu and Kashmir on Monday. Officials said that heavy cross-border mortar shelling by Pakistan targeted not only the Indian forward posts, but also civilian hamlets along the LOC. Indian troops retaliated to the ceasefire violation that lasted about 4 hours.
One civilian, a 15-year-old girl, was killed and 4 others injured when Pakistani troops resorted to unprecedented shelling along the line of control in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir on Monday. Pakistani Rangers fired mortars as well as medium and small automatic weapons, pounding the residential areas at Kasbah and Bagyaldara villages in Khadi sector. Civilian areas in Degwar, Shahpur and Kasbah were also targeted.
सुबह जो पाकिस्तान ने अंधाधुंध बिना इस्तेमाल सिविलियन को टारगेट किया, फायरिंग किया, जिसमें मौके पर यहाँ जिस जगह पर हम खड़े हैं इसी घर की एक बच्ची जो मौत के घाट उतार दिया और 2 जो बच्चियाँ जख्मी हैं और तकरीबन यहाँ पूरे बगलदरा और दिगवार गांव के 4-5 आदमी जख्मी हैं जिसमें मवेशी भी है।
आज सुबह 6 बजे से पाकिस्तान की अंधाधुंध शेलिंग की वजह से और इतनी भयानक फायरिंग थी कि जिसकी वजह से 1 सेकंड में यहाँ 10 राउंड गोले पड़ते थे, किसी को कोई मौका नहीं दिया।
Deputy Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir Nirmal Singh said the Indian troops were retaliating in equal measure to Pakistani firing.
देखिए, पाकिस्तान ने एक बार फिर से कार्यता दिखाई है। पुंछ सेक्टर में लगातार वो सिविल एरिया के ऊपर वो फायरिंग कर रहा है। जो जानकारी हुई है जख्मी हुए हैं और हमारी तरफ से मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया जा रहा है। पाकिस्तान को मजबूर किया जाएगा वो फायरिंग बंद करे।
Experts say the frequent incidents of ceasefire violations by Pakistan are desperate attempts to push in armed terrorists into Jammu and Kashmir before the onset of winter. 2 such infiltration bids were foiled by the Indian Army along the line of control in Rampur and Tangdhar sectors on Monday. 2 militants were neutralized and weapons recovered from them.
हमें जो खबर मिली है उसके अनुसार कयूम नज़ार पाकिस्तान से वापस आया था सोपोर और इसके आसपास के इलाके में जो मिलिटेंट्स है उसको रिवाइव करने के लिए। तो चूंकि एक बहुत पुराना लीडर है जिनका काफ़ी सपोर्ट नेटवर्क सोपोर के आसपास के इलाके में थे, तो काफ़ी लोग उनको जानते थे। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा कामयाबी है कि वो यहाँ पे आके अपने पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को रिवाइव नहीं कर पाए।
On Sunday, the BSF had unearthed a 14-feet-long tunnel at the international border in Arnia sector. The discovery of the tunnel, which was being dug from the Pakistani side, helped scuttle a major infiltration bid and a possible terror attack. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And here's a quick roundup of more national news updates in Nationwide. Anti-corruption crusader Anna Hazare today accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi of failing to keep his promise of creating a corruption-free India. Anna also said that the Prime Minister has done nothing to enforce the Lokpal bill. Anna Hazare had gone to pay his respects to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat and joined rebel JDU leader Sharad Yadav at the Akhil Bharatiya Kisan Union protests at Vijay Ghat. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley paid a visit to Ahmedabad today and met party workers. BJP leaders, including Party National President Amit Shah, have been working hard in the state, which goes to polls later this year. Jaitley also paid tributes to Mahatma Gandhi on his 148th birth anniversary. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has launched a single-click pension delivery scheme wherein the money will go directly into the account of the beneficiaries. The state government claims that more than 35 lakh people will benefit from this scheme. The Chief Minister also honoured the elderly who completed the age of 100 years with the Shatayu Award. The Supreme Court on Monday asked the government to update its prison rules, which were framed way back in 1955. The two-judge bench observed that convicts too must breathe fresh air and be allowed to maintain social ties, provided they show a tendency to reform. It referred to one of the objectives of awarding punishment and said that it was about reformation of the convicts. International news: in Catalonia's leader Carles Puigdemont has declared that the region has won the right to break away from Spain. The Catalan government has claimed that 90% of voters backed independence in the banned referendum, which was marred by clashes. At least 92 people were confirmed injured out of a total of 844 who needed medical attention. Spain's central government has branded the vote a farce, even as the European Commission agreed that it was illegal and urged both sides to talk.
Catalan mayors and crowds of people gathered outside the regional government building in a show of support for their leader Carles Puigdemont and Sunday's independence referendum. After members of Catalonia's regional government attended an emergency cabinet meeting on Monday. Puigdemont had declared on Sunday that voters had earned the right to independence and that he would present the results to the region's parliament, which then had the power to move a motion of independence. In Madrid, Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy met with the leader of opposition, Pedro Sánchez, to plan his next steps.
Sabían que el referéndum era ilegal, improcedente e imposible, pero decidieron seguir adelante y promover un verdadero ataque al Estado de Derecho y al modelo democrático sin que le importase nada ni nadie. A las fuerzas y cuerpos de seguridad del Estado, a la Policía Nacional y a la Guardia Civil. Han cumplido con su obligación y con el mandato que tenían de la justicia.
The referendum has no legal status. It was blocked by the Madrid government and Constitutional Court for being at odds with the 1978 Constitution, which states that Spain is indivisible. The European Union also weighed in on the referendum, urging both sides to go back to the dialogue table.
We call on all relevant players to now move very swiftly from confrontation to dialogue. Violence can never be an instrument in politics. We trust the leadership of Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy to manage this difficult process in full respect of the Spanish Constitution.
There is also little sign of support for Catalan independence in any other part of Spain.
Por un lado me parece mal el tema de las cargas policiales, pero por otro lado es que cuando hay algo ilegal te arriesgas a lo que te arriesgas. Entonces, bueno, no sabría muy bien qué decir, porque hay diferencias. Es que es muy complicado, la verdad. Yo entiendo su posición, pero también entiendo la posición de la policía y del gobierno. Entonces, hay que hacer las cosas bien.
The stock markets reacted to the Catalan referendum, with the country's leading stock market IBEX 35 falling 1.35% and most Spanish companies in the red. Catalonia is a centre of industry and tourism and accounts for a fifth of Spain's economy. It is a production base for major multinationals from Volkswagen to Nestle and home to Europe's fastest growing seaport. Although Catalonia already has significant control over education, healthcare and welfare, the region says it pays more in taxes than it receives from Madrid, further pushing the secessionist agenda. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And now to the US, where 50 people were killed in Las Vegas on Sunday after a shooter opened fire at fans attending a country music festival. Over 100 people are reported to be injured in one of the deadliest mass shootings in the country. US President Donald Trump tweeted his quote-unquote warmest condolences to the victims of the attack.
In one of the deadliest mass shootings in US history, over 50 people were killed and more than 100 injured after a gunman opened fire on fans at a country music concert in Las Vegas on Sunday night. The shooting broke out last night of the 3-day Route 91 Harvest Festival, a sold-out event attended by 40,000 fans that features top music artists. Videos uploaded to social media showed crowds running from the venue. And shouting from people inside the concert venue could be heard on another video. The police neutralized the gunman, who was identified as a 64-year-old resident of Nevada called Stephen Paddock.
Obviously, this is a tragic incident and one that we've never experienced in this valley. So what we're going to try to do is the best we can to get our first responders back on their feet and responding and conducting a proper investigation and ensure that we have the safety of this community at heart. My condolences go out to the loved ones that lost their lives and their families, and we will do the best we can to make it as easy as possible for you to get information as we know it.
While the police believe that the suspect was not connected to any militant group, it's on a lookout for a female companion named Marilou Danley. The attack was the deadliest mass shooting in the United States since a gunman who pledged allegiance to the Islamic State militant group killed 49 people at an Orlando nightclub in June 2016. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And here's what else made news across the world in Global Buzz. A 38-year-old Sikh lawyer was on Sunday elected the leader of Canada's new Democratic Party. He is now the first non-white politician to head a major political party in the country. Jagmeet Singh was elected on the first ballot to lead the party into the 2019 election against Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Liberals. The new Democratic Party is currently in the third place in Canada's parliament with 44 of 338 seats. The party has never held power in the country. An anti-corruption court in Pakistan delayed the indictment of ousted Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in the Panama Papers case till the 9th of October. But the court did issue non-bailable arrest warrants for his sons and son-in-law. Sharif was present at the Accountability Court amid tight security for the hearing in 3 graft cases against him and his family. The bailable arrest warrants for Sharif's daughter Mariam remain standing. She too has been asked to be present in court on October 9. 2 women accused of killing the half-brother of North Korea's leader have pleaded not guilty at the trial that began in Malaysia. The Indonesian and Vietnamese origin women were arrested just days after the killing of Kim Jong-nam on the 13th of February as he waited to board a plane at a Macau airport. The women are accused of rubbing a toxic nerve agent on his face. Facing death by hanging if convicted, the women claimed that they were duped into believing that they were taking part in a prank for a reality TV show. Facebook Inc. founder and chief executive Mark Zuckerberg asked for forgiveness for his work being used to divide people. While he didn't specify which problems he was referring to, various media agencies have speculated that Zuckerberg was talking about last year's US presidential elections when Facebook was allegedly being used to help sway votes in President Donald Trump's favor. Facebook has launched an overhaul of how it handles paid political advertisements after US lawmakers threatened to regulate it over secretive ads that run during election campaigns. That's it on the news at 6. Thanks for joining us.